Hello. No doubt you've heard about FluBot today. It's been all over the news in Ireland. And so I thought I'd take a really quick look at it and briefly had a flick through Twitter to see if I could find any sample text messages. I have my Samsung phone up on the screen here, and I grabbed this quick text message off of Twitter and found this link. There's lots of links out there from pretend to be from DHL and various other organizations. So just typing this link in here into my phone browser. Obviously, Corrata is running on this phone. I want to see if we're able to get to this website. You can see the Corrata console here. This is a list of all of the traffic that's going from my phone that's currently being scanned by Corrata at the moment. So as I type this in and I hit go in the browser, Corrata's going to scan this and see if it poses a security risk. A lot of these zero-day attacks, they're up and down very quickly, so it might not even get to this website. We'll just take a look and see. And here we go. Just try to go there. Can't get there. It says site can't be reached. I do have the alert for. I was messing around with the alerts earlier. Normally, if it was blocked, you'll see in a moment. I'll show you. You'll pop an alert up on the screen. You can see content blocked, and you can see that we're giving the message to the end user. Corrata protects you from cyber threats, and it's saying that it's blocked that domain there. You'll also see in the console, in the background, that we've picked this up as a security risk, and we just move the phone out of the way here. You'll see that our zero-day protection picked it up. So this wasn't a known threat, it wasn't on any of our feeds, but it was picked up by our zero-day protection, and it just shows you the value of having that in place for your end users on their devices. Thanks to Paul Daly, by the way, for sharing this image that I got the link from. Appreciate it, Paul. Looking through some other stories on Twitter here about FluBot, there's plenty of content on here today. A couple of things have caught my eye. One of them was this one about DHL. Like it's a genuine message from DHL, I think, on the right, and a dodgy one on the left. The dodgy one looks fairly dodgy, but it might catch you out if you have a couple of beers on board or you're not paying attention. And thanks for that, Ronan Murphy. And I suppose one of the things that's worth mentioning here is if you're expecting a package, because a lot of people are actually expecting packages and then they get the text, and it's very easy to get caught out in that situation. If that's happening and you're expecting a package, just go to the DHL website or the FedEx website and put your tracking number in there. Don't click any links in the texts because it's just too risky now. Just jumping back to the Corrata console here for a moment. One of the things that I had read about with FluBot is the method they use is to send you text, click the link, takes you onto a website. They offer you a download of an APK, you install it, and they then take control potentially of your phone. You can see here within Corrata, we can tell you if your antivirus is off. We can tell you if a device has a third-party apps installed, malware detected, or whatever. I'm just going to show you here how malware would look if you installed it on your device. It's going to move my phone off screen here for a second while I get some malware. I'm just going through the files on my phone to get some malware to install and show you how that looks. Because it's important, an end user might click on that link. Corrata will block that, like I showed you a moment ago. But let's say they did manage to get an APK file on here, like I'm doing right now, and installing it. I'm just going to go back to the console here and show you how that would look from an admin viewpoint. You can see here there's 3 bad devices detected. Keep that in your head. 3 bad devices over here. As I install this, one of the things that's really important is the malware, once it's on the device, has to communicate with an outside server to get the traffic off the device. So if someone's trying to view your camera or they're trying to take files from your phone, steal your emails, all that stuff, that malware has to be able to communicate with the outside world. See up here, just as I install the malware, I got a detected malware incident on the top of my screen. And if you look over here where it says bad 3, if I refresh the screen, you're going to see in just a moment, obviously malware is detected on the device now. So you see 1 malware found. Over here in the console where it says bad 3, that's going to change to bad 4, right? So we've just detected another malware infected device. If I click in here, you'll see my Galaxy Note at the bottom. It shows that there's malware on there. I click in. If I expand this bad security score, you'll see 7funny Pro game is detected as malware on the device. You can see Google Play Protect is running there as well, which is very useful because I believe With FluBot, that has to be disabled. That's one of the things I read. I don't know how true that is. Haven't looked into it yet. But if that was disabled, we would detect that and we would let you know that your business device has Google Play Protect disabled. Um, with this particular malware, right, one malware found, what I'm going to do is I could click in here and I could remove the malware. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open this malware because Corrata not only stops you getting the place that hosts malware, and then not only detects the malware if it gets onto the device, but as you're going to see when I launch it, look up the top there, that notification content blocked. As soon as that malware became live, it started trying to talk to a command and control server online. And Corrata neutralizes the traffic from that app to the internet and basically means that malware really poses no risk currently on the device. And so if it's trying to reach out to the command and control server, it can't. And you're going to see just now when I go into the console, you'll see that these two locations here were blocked just a moment ago for command and control server traffic. So three levels of protection. One, the phishing text message that the link initially came in using. The second is preventing user or the first is prevent user from going to that link. Second is detecting if malware is on the phone. Third is preventing that malware from talking to the internet and blocking that command and control traffic. Along with all the other things we do with vulnerability detection, etc. But you can see it's very robust protection and really two pieces of advice here. Number one, if you have if you receive those texts out to your device, don't click on the links. That's not quite obvious these days, but worth mentioning. And number two, if you have business devices out there that you've given to employees, make sure you put an endpoint protection solution in place like Corrata, that gives you that robust protection because you can't always rely on an end user to not click the link or to know which one is valid and which one isn't. I've just restored my phone to its healthy state. Thanks all for watching and beware of FluBot.